Satellite images obtained by Newsweek show that Pakistan is working on a secret fourth reactor. Now we just found Osama bin Laden living right under the nose of the Pakistani army, leading to the question, how safe really are Pakistan's nuclear weapons? For perspective on the show this evening, we are joined live from Islamabad by Amna Yusuf Khokar. She's a research fellow at the Institute of Strategic Studies in Islamabad. With us also one of India's leading nuclear and Pakistan experts, Bharat Karnad. With us is G. Balachandran, visiting fellow at IDSA, also a nuclear scientist. I want to go across first to Ms. Khokar. Ma'am, given what's happened recently with Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, there's serious concerns about whether these nuclear weapons are safe at all. Now, we've heard several people in Pakistan say, don't worry, everything is well organized, the army is in charge. But after Osama bin Laden, the whole world is very concerned about whether there's any element of truth to those claims, ma'am.
There is definitely an element of truth to it. Pakistan's command and control system of nuclear arsenals, it's impeccable. They are in safe hands. Let me just be very clear about that. Even this notion is being admitted by the American authorities as well, that the command and control of Pakistan's nuclear weapon, its arsenal, they are in safe hands. And right now, when the issue of Pakistan's nuclear security is being raised, I would rather say that this is the diversion of the topic from the real issue. In the post-Osama situation, there is a security scenario which has been created. If Pakistan's sovereignty can be violated, the sovereignty of any other state can also be violated. So if you are raising the issue of the Pakistan's nuclear insecurity, I would rather say that it's the diversion from it's a digression from the real.
Well, all of Pakistan considers this a diversion from the real issue. But Mr. Karnad, is this not a fair question, and a question which is giving the whole world a big headache? You've got these nuclear weapons. Nobody knows. It's not in the public domain about where they are stationed. Are those nuclear weapons, according to you, safe, especially after what happened with Osama being found right under the nose of the Pakistani army?
Well, it might be a concern that you might ask of Pakistan, but I don't think the answer is necessarily that Pakistan army is not in control of the nuclear weapons. I think they have instituted and have in place what they call, or what Major General Asaf Ali, who is the Director of Strategy and Operations of the Strategic Plans Division, which is the Nuclear Command Authority Secretariat, said in a briefing that I attended. He said plainly that there's something, in his words, there's cradle-to-grave surveillance, meaning that they are, the nuclear materials and the nuclear finished weapon systems are completely in the Pakistan Army's charge.
But Mr. Karnad, you'd remember people like General Musharraf, Ashfaq Parvez Khayani and everybody else. The senior most Pakistani generals say the same with as much conviction about the presence of Osama bin Laden on Pakistani soil. When they were asked, they said, no question about it. It's the same cradle to grave, the same sort of words we heard at that time as well, and look how false they were all proven.
Yes, but why do you assume that the Pakistan army was not very much part of Operation Geronimo? I mean, it's one thing for the Pakistan state to now claim that they had no inkling of the operation underway by the SEALs team, but all the indications are, in fact, are contraindications that the Pakistan army was very much part and parcel of this operation. They stood down the radars. They took care to ensure that troops on the ground did not react to the helicopters and the very huge Chinook helicopter coming in as backup to the Black Hawk that crashed, and so on and so forth. There's no way to explain all these things.
Okay.
And you should tie it up with Pakistan non-reaction, except by way of saying that they were seminally part of that operation.